Hey everybody and welcome. This is Mr. Martin and I wanted to just give you a quick tutorial on our Canvas page for English 9. This is at least some version of what you should see. For some reason there are a couple of buttons that aren't showing up right now, but the links do still work, and I'll be kind of taking you through just how you should be navigating the Canvas page and what everything should look like. So first and foremost, this is again like the student view. Your view looks different than mine, but this is again something like what you should see. First and foremost, you'll notice the recent announcements up at the top. Every week when you log in, first thing you should check these announcements, and really you could make a habit of checking them every day just in case they change. If there is a new announcement, usually it'll indicate that there's it'll be new or something like that until you click on it for the first time. So you should see that there. So I'm going to go ahead and check that for you here. A lot of the times on Mondays when I send these announcements out, there will be a little bit of more detail about what the work is going to look like and when you should be doing it for the week, just in case you can't come to class every day or you aren't able to make it. I do try to detail that information in as many places as possible. This week, of course, it's the first week. We're only in school for about 3 days, so it's not going to be a very heavy workload week. We're just going to be doing a few get-to-know-you things and taking some time to get to know each other and to look at this Canvas page together as well and get used to everything again. It definitely takes a little time to get warmed up coming back from winter break. So this is just kind of a nice announcement letting you know to watch this video that I'm making right now if you haven't already, or if you're not able to come to class. I'll go back to the home screen here. So moving down, you'll notice these buttons. Well, the one on the far left is where we're going to start first, and it's supposed to be a nice little circular button with a bitmoji of me waving at you saying hello. So what this is a link to set up a one-on-one appointment with me. So if you're ever having any trouble with the work that you're doing, like maybe you're writing an essay and you're struggling with what to write, maybe if you have questions that you didn't feel comfortable asking in class or that you don't think could be handled in just an email, you're welcome to sign up for one of these one-on-one appointments with me. These one-on-ones take place during the week at least, after fourth block's over, so between 2:50 and 3:30. And I have a couple of 15-minute slots in there as well. So if you need more than 15 minutes, of course, we can try to make that work. Also, we can try to meet between the hours of 8 and 10, because that's teacher planning period. It's before first block starts. So if you would like to meet at any time during the week between 8 and 10, you're welcome to. Just make sure that you send me an email plenty ahead of time so that we can schedule that meeting. But yeah, Fridays there's a little bit more time where we're not in class, and you can meet pretty much any time between 1:30. It says 1:30 and 2 though, that's that slot. Pretty much any time after 12 or 12:30 you can meet with me by choosing any of these slots here, and these are 30-minute slots. So again, Friday there's a lot more time since we don't have actual class sessions going on. And by the way, just in case I forgot to say it, you can sign up for these by clicking on an individual box or slot, and that's going to set up a link in your Google Calendar as well, and that'll give you like my Zoom link. It'll also be linked to your calendar, just in case you check your calendar every day and you would like to access the meeting that way. Here in the middle, this ovular button here is the Zoom class link. We meet every day, Monday through Thursday at 1:50 p.m. This is fourth block. And so the quickest and easiest way to access the Zoom call for class is by clicking this link here. Also, you're going to have this live instruction recordings button off to the right. Again, the button's not there right now for some reason, but the link still works. And this is going to take you to a page that's blank right now because we haven't had class yet. But every day that we have class, I'll be recording and posting those Zoom sessions for anyone who's not able to make it to class as well. So if you're not able to make it, don't feel guilty or anything like that. It's preferable that you're there live so you can ask questions and get more of a semblance of live instruction. But of course, not everyone's able to make it all the time. This virtual thing is crazy anyway. So these classes will be recorded and put here for you to watch if you're not able to make it during actual class time. Down here is the course syllabus. So I'm going to open that up in a new tab, and it's going to prompt you to make a copy. Hopefully you only have to make a copy one time. And once that loads, it's going to take you to a Google Doc that has the course syllabus on here. It has information like the school telephone number, my schedule here. I have planning 8 to 10, My first two blocks are Bengal Tech, so 10 to 11 and 11:10 to 12:10. I skipped the lunch period here because there's nothing really to do with me there. Our block is from 1:50 to 2:50, and then office hours are 2:50 to 3:30. We'll be going over the syllabus in class tomorrow in a lot more detail. You'll notice a lot of things that don't really apply to virtual learning, like the required materials, the attendance policy, and tardiness. A lot of this stuff, bathroom breaks, doesn't apply right now because, of course, we're virtual. But we're scheduled right now to be in school, at least in a hybrid model again, in a couple of weeks. So we didn't really change the syllabus too much this time around. You'll also notice there's a letter down here to your parents. They are, of course, welcome to read that, but they are not required to sign the syllabus and return it right now. If we return to school, we may change that up. But all this information is here for their reading pleasure. Also, of course, we're not going to be able to really watch movies or clips from movies like The Odyssey and Romeo and Juliet. But if we were in school and we're able to do this together, there's this movie permission slip that they don't have to sign right now, but maybe one day. So down toward the bottom, this is just for fun. This is me. Here's a cat. And I'm in the library because, of course, I'm an English teacher and I'm picking out books. Only a few other things to go over here. Of course, you can also access announcements by clicking the announcements link over here on the left side of the page. You can also access your grades at any time by clicking the grades link right here. And then the only other thing that you should ever do, like in case you shouldn't be able to see anything else, but in case it does pop up for some reason at some point later, you never click on assignments, you never click on discussions or any of the other links to get to your work for the week. You should always be going through the modules. So I'm going to click on this in order to get to my work for the week. And you'll notice up top here you have tech tutorials. This video that you're watching right now is going to be this one right here, Navigating Canvas for English 9. And also something that you're not going to have to worry about, at least this week or probably next week, is this one right here, which is a video tutorial on something called Who's Reading. And it's basically a virtual reading log for SSR. We are still going to ask that you do some SSR throughout this semester. Of course, we're not in school, so I can't really monitor that for you, but I do hope that you participate and that you are filling out a reading log every time that we do SSR. Next up down here, this is week 1, so these are all the things that we're scheduled to do this week. I've got my objectives here, meet Mr. Martin, student survey, etc., etc. Ideally, what you're doing is when you start the week, you're going to click on the first thing there in the modules. Here you have the objectives, so we'd look over those. Click next down here, and that's going to take you to the next thing, meet Mr. Martin. I also have tried to include the date on every assignment that I put into the modules, so hopefully you're reading this and looking at it on Wednesday, tomorrow, and doing it on that day. Of course, there's nothing to actually do here, but hopefully you're at least reading it on Wednesday. Similarly, going forward, there's the student information survey, which is something that we would look at as well on Wednesday. And hopefully you're filling that out for me as well so I can get to know you a little bit more. And then I haven't added the date here yet, but this is supposed to say Thursday, so that's something that we'll be doing the second day back from break. And so on and so on. So again, the date is going to be detailed in the modules for you as well. That, my friends, is pretty much all that you need to know. Of course, just like last semester, you can access your inbox by clicking on the blue column over here. So whenever I send messages out, or any of your other teachers, you'll notice that you get like a little push notification. There'll be like a red circle with a number of unread messages that you have. And, of course, you have your to-do list over here on the right. So that is it, guys. I've taken up about 10 minutes, and that's more than I meant to, but hopefully this will help you in navigating Canvas in the future. Hope everyone's staying well, and I'm looking forward to meeting you tomorrow.